We're women in polygyny. We're not men practicing having more than one wife. And I really don't know why people make that comparison. Well, if he get to do it, you should. No, there's plenty that he does that we don't want to do. And that he's got the responsibility, and I would never want it.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, views, and educational material you are about to experience could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nyla.
And Coach Fatimah.
And we're co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-wives, and we're co-authors of the book,
Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored.
So it's interesting. I don't know if you guys seen the video. You guys probably seen the video. Coach Nazir did a video on like Coach Nazir's third wife or something like that, right?
Yeah, y'all was in them comments.
So my co-wife and I want to comment and actually do a video about the third wife. I guess I don't know if it's a third wife stigma or whatever you want to call it, because we've heard on a number of occasions where, and I'm going to shout out someone on here. Shout out to, I'm going to try to see if I can get her name properly, but let me try to get it.
Get it, girl.
It is, girl, why does one act crazy? You want to act crazy?
Because we're trying to send a message.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to tell you what it is.
Everybody was triggered by that. It was like, oh my God, a third one.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, I'm going to look it up, but it's Sulaim bint. It's going to come. And girl, I know you in the comments, so, make sure you comment on this video. So she did a video. She did, I think, a number of videos but on polygyny, but one of her videos caught my attention because people had this whole thing or we've heard it, where it was encouraged that, in order to keep the heat down from your first wife, marry a third wife, because then when you marry the third wife, then the second wife will feel a certain way, and then the first wife won't be as upset because now she feels that the second wife gets to feel, the stress, pain, drama, whatever the heck you want to say it is, what they'll feel. And I'm not saying that, I'm not disregarding stress, pain, drama. I'm saying that whatever the word is, insert here, that's what the that's what the second wife will feel if you marry a third. All right, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about me being a second wife. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Now, they're marrying a third wife, don't affect me like that. They won't affect me like that. Now, what I'm gonna tell you, when people say certain things about time restraints and everything like that, that's all around the board. This is what people get twisted, though. People act like incoming wives, second wives, additional wives or whatever don't already have feelings of stress, trauma, anything like that, being a subsequent, additional, second, whatever wife. Like, you already come in to a place that a family was already there. Yes.
It's intimidating.
They know that he's married already. Yes. That's true. What they don't know is how people are going to react, respond, who are going to talk about them, who's going to embrace them, because sometimes it's not drama like people think it is. Sometimes first wives are embracing the incoming wife, and they're friends, and they're cool, and all these other things.
Help pick them out.
Help pick all of that. It's a number of things. And sometimes it's not. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is like, who are you coming in encroaching on my territory? All of those things are understandable, but you can't put a blanket statement on every initial wife. Every initial wife don't behave that same way. They don't even think that same way. So when people put that comment out there and say, and I've seen it in the comments too, it's like, how would you feel if he got a third wife? You would feel this way, and you would understand.
No, I'm here to tell you she wouldn't.
Honey,
I'm here to tell you.
I understand that he is polygynous by nature, and it is what it is. I'm not a wife 100% of the time. See, somebody made a comment before and said, Coach Nazir said he a husband 100% of the time, but how the heck is he a husband 100% of the time when he ain't with the wives 100% of? Okay, I don't know. I'm going kind of in.
Let's see if
but
they're
it
smarter
was
than a
that.
fifth grader.
So he's this and that, whatever, and they still wives 100% of the time. Make the math make sense. If he's not with us 100% of the time, how are we wives 100% of the time? That made no sense to me. So my thing is, he's the husband 100% of the time because when we need him, we got access to him.
We didn't think we had to break that down, to be honest.
No.
I feel like I had to dumb something down for that specific person because of that comment.
That part, that was really, I read it to my daughter and she was like, huh? She was like, make it make sense that how is he not 100% of the time, but you guys are 100% of the time. So if he's not there, you're still 100%. She couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it. So hopefully whoever wrote that comment and this in there, make it make sense, because it don't. But
they might not be capable of making it make sense.
The other thing that don't make sense is that to me. I mean, I know that was an encouraged thing. And the reason why I say that it doesn't make sense is because, like I said, incoming wives, additional wives, or whatever, already have a feeling of things that they have to navigate through. They already don't have the personal time. Their time is already shared. They come in as with shared time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no any time that is like this person has to think about their other wife. You know, there's no time when this man is with this wife, this other wife, that he not thinking about the other wife. She don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Additional wife had that at some moment in time. So yes, I do understand, and we all understand that when those things are shifted and can be taken away, it causes some issues. It causes some drama. It causes some feelings of like, hold up, this is a change here that I ain't too happy with. That's understandable. No one said that that's not understandable. So it doesn't change the fact that another wife comes in because she ain't doing nothing but taking more time. I mean, she ain't doing nothing but splitting up the time even more. Because this one already had split time when she came in. So she ain't this new.
There's no expectation of more time if a third wife come in. I mean, duh.
The third wife don't change.
You're not gonna get more time,
right?
And you might not want it.
It don't change that. Like it really don't change what already has been happening to begin with. So that's the part where I'm like, maybe if you are a first wife that kind of thinks that, well, at least it's another one there. So now that means that you didn't understand the fact that she already has her own insecurities, or you didn't understand the fact that she already came in sharing, so she'll never have what you add ever, you know, whatever type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's those different things where, so when people throw out this third wife thing, like it's you know, like, oh, be scared, be afraid, be very afraid type of thing. I'm like,
too old to be afraid of that. I mean, it had been here too long. I think what it is, where people get mixed up, instead of communicating things appropriately, they come off really rude. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand as an initial wife, if a third wife comes or is to come, then it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine, until one pull up. And then it feels like, this is real.
Oh, yeah.
But if you are at a certain level of maturity, or if you've been this far into your personal development, it might not hit you specifically like it's a threat, because you already did some work up here and you're going, look, this is fine. This was something that could have happened a long time ago, and it's happened now. So you're more accepting of it. But if you're in a space where you're like, yeah, it's fine, and then she comes and you're like, no, I don't want her here. And then that's a different thing. So when we compare people's growth level, we have to be careful, because I might say, you know what, Coach and I is in a headspace where she's like, okay, if she comes in here, cool. If she doesn't, cool. I know how to deal with it. I know how to deal with it either way.
And that's just the dealing with it part. Because when people think about it's going to cause this, it's more of the comparing and contrasting of things. It's nothing about, and that's that thing that we get caught up in as women, not just as wives, but as women. It's like, okay, if in my brain, and I have it set that, oh, she coming in here and all the stuff that we done worked on, and now she get to enjoy all the fruits of our labor.
We ain't building
stuff,
people.
Then that part is my mental that I put in there. So yeah, of course it's going to mess with me. Of course it's going to be upsetting. But if I look at her as an addition to the family, this is the family stuff. If she part of the family, then she gonna benefit like the rest of the members of the dang on family, whatever. But that's however I choose to look at it. It's so funny because I said how I choose to look at it, because it made me think about a comment that was put in probably like one of my videos, under one of my videos. And it's like, sounds like a bunch of word salad to me. It seems as though that she wants to
Not the
that
word
she
salad.
gotta put this in her head so she can, you know what? I protect my peace, honey. I protect my peace. And I am fulfilled. I am happy. I am joyful. Hello. Until I'm not. And that got to do with me. It ain't got to do with nobody else unless I allow them that way. I allow them to do that. So call it what you want. If you want to call it delulu, if you want to call it crazy, if you want to, that's on you. You're the one upset and trying to put this stuff.
They can't sleep and stressed out.
Right. You can't sleep at night. You the one don't understand how come we can kiki and laugh and go shopping and do stuff and everything like that. That's a you thing, honey child, not me.
No, because we did the work. We sat down with each other and decided, okay, let's see what this is going to be. Because again, we're women in polygyny. We're not men practicing having more than one wife. And I really don't know why people make that comparison. Well, if he get to do it, you should. No, there's plenty that he does that we don't want to do. And that he's got the responsibility, and I would never want it.
I would never want the privilege of having to honorably take care of everyone and know everything and have to deal with and put out different fires and all of it, and have all this information and all this responsibility and all this leadership that I have to navigate. I'm good right where I am. And until I'm not, then I'm here. So when people come for it and they say, oh, well, Coach, now you should have. No. Why is it that it's so silly to me that people think, because you knew the thing was here, you should know how to deal with it. No, you don't know a lot of what. Well, you see the bike sitting there, you should know how to ride it. That makes no sense.
I didn't even think of it that way.
Get on it, fall off that mug, get back on it, skin your knee up, break your arm, do all types of stuff. But you're not going to look at a bike and go, that's how I know I got that. And you've never been on one.
Right.
And you've never dealt with it. You've never fallen. You've never scraped your knees. You've never had the pedal hit you in the shin and know what that feels like. But when you get to polygyny, you're going to have it figured out. Whether you're a subsequent wife or a husband, you better have it figured out. But not you initial wife. We know you hurt you. Shh, just stay out there. Ooh, we got this. No, because it's exposing your level of maturity. So if you're not there, fine. Don't meet you with any judgment. But if you're here to have a tantrum, it won't be tolerated. So I just really don't understand getting up under people's videos saying stuff, and I know I'm going in and not liking them. I got so much I could do. And I was said it before and I said it again. We don't have enough crayons to figure it out for somebody else. We just don't, because they want to say something. They get mad when they see Coach Nazir sitting in between us, and that makes them mad. No, now I'm pissed, and now I'm going to say something to his wives and be up under this whack profile picture and be a bot and do all this other stuff. We don't have time. We are wives, Coach Nazir, but we also are mothers. We're somebody's children. We're sisters. We're aunties. We're husbands in some cases, grandparents. That's right. So there's so many different things we have to do. Entrepreneurs, coaches, and authors. So we don't have time, but we made time for this so that people that want to hear the information will get it.
Yeah.
And it is that part. So it's beneficial knowledge if you don't understand and be here. So yes. Yeah. So to say that, y'all.
No, I love it. I love that you said that, because the thing is that we're all different, and, we don't know. And just like Coach Fatimah said, and say, we might think that we may behave a certain way, or that this is how it's going to look until it actually happens. So yeah, I can really be in my saying that that seriously is not going to bother me because maybe it gives me this, maybe because I already set up stuff in my head.
You understand
this type of thing, right? So, however, I know that other things come into play. It's not just about polygyny. See, people look at it and they call it a polygyny thing. It's not just, when it's certain things, it's not a polygyny thing. It's a woman thing, or it's a, or it's a first wife, feeling thing, or it's a second wife feeling thing, or is it a wife all around the board feeling thing, or it's a woman who may have had these different things in her relationships through life type of thing. Because I want to say, I wrote like an article about, there may be times where you have some first wives that connect way more than some second wives or additional wives than they do with other first wives because of what they went through in life. Because of they had something that was similar. So now they react and respond to certain things in their marriages similar. So this wife may not have, like my co-wife was talking about earlier. She said you have a person that was brought up in polygyny, and it was not brought up in polygyny where the marriage was, just not fulfilling or happy and everything like that, and it was very traumatic or anything. Not that, but in polygyny, how marriage should be done, where it's honor and respect and different things like that. And they grew up knowing their bonus brothers and sisters, and it was one big family and all these things like that. And that's the first wife for you. She has a first wife. This is what she went through. She could be a first wife who her mom was actually maybe a additional wife, but they all bonded and did this thing and everything like that. And so now polygyny enters her life. She's like, okay, I'm gonna be like, how my mom's first wife, or how my mom's co-wife was, because my mom was a second wife, but I'm a first wife. I'm gonna act like how my and I'm gonna embrace my co-wife. You got women who are like that because this is how they grew up.
This is all they know.
That's all they know. But then you might have women who were raised in the West, or who wasn't raised like that and everything like that. And then now they like, no, you are a threat. You are in my space. We can't be friends. Who the heck are you? You know what I'm saying? No, what's your angle? You know what I'm saying? Type of thing, because this is what they were conditioned. So we got to be careful when we say this is how a person is going to react, or you should have known that the person was going to react this way, because how would you know? Just like Coach Fatimah said, and I love that analogy of the bike, because it's like, oh yeah, I know how to ride that, and you bust all your junk because you never got on it. You never, whatever. But you should know how, because you looked at it and you read it. You know how to spell the word. You know how to do all of that stuff. You can draw one probably, but you like, yeah, let me get on the bound. Now you all bust up.
Yeah.
But then once you in it and you're practicing and you're learning and you're growing, now you have success in it.
And you make the adjustments as you need
Exactly.
to. Because we've had to adjust. People think, oh, well, you studied it. You should have. No.
Oh, yeah.
No. When you put something into your daily life and it's all day long, every single day, it's so different than reading it on something that's one-dimensional.
Oh, yeah.
And we got to click on, you knew what it was. Who the hell knew what it was and wasn't never in it? Who knew that?
Nobody. None of us.
You didn't know. I didn't know.
None of us.
I didn't know. You could read all the books you want.
Exactly.
But we're married to a specific man as specific individuals. That's why we say there's no cookie cutter woo, right? Because we're married to different men. We're different women. Some of us are polar opposites of each other, but the man loving everybody and attracted to everybody. But you go, wait a minute, I thought he had a type, and don't. He might have a type in that marriage, and a type in this marriage, and a type in the third one, and in a Muslim man's case, and a type in the fourth marriage. So we had to quit being scary about talking about these things, or letting them just scare us off and giving up so easily on the information. So it's like we're either going to have a mature conversation or we're not. You can't do both.
Right.
You can't do both. So no, nobody has it all figured out. But we're doing our best on our platforms with what we have and telling you, look, either this is what works or don't do what I did in the past. This is a better way of doing it, right? So that's why we wanted to come on here and talk to you all about this, because don't give up so easily. Don't come with so much judgment and go, well, you should have known and he should have known and how come like they did it and all of that stuff like that. Like, ask yourself at the end and the beginning of that, what grade am I in? How old am I? You know, we don't have it all figured out because we're still people and life is still happening. So whether Coach Nazir is still alive, whether he passes on, then we go, okay, we're unimportant. He's not here. He's not in the room with us right now.
Right.
So then are we to sit here as wives go, we're not important. He is though. That's cult. Not what we do. We have a family.
Right.
So I was just letting y'all know that I had to clear that real quick. Sorry, but not sorry.
Bam.
They're like, delete it. But that's all right. We said what we said.
Yeah. So it's going to always be different. So, I mean, of course, there are going to be people who haven't seen this video, and we're going to continue to get the comments, and we're going to get what if this and what if that. That's fine. But we have to do this video because this video is going to be the answer to those questions. That's it. It's going to be, hey, see this video. Here's the link, type of thing when it all goes down to it. And that's what we're doing. We're doing a number of things, and we're documenting the journey. We're helping people along on their journey, as well as giving people insight into what it really looks like. We never said that it's going to be, peaches and cream.
We never said
sunshine and rainbows, kittens and unicorns.
Sit the opposite.
Never, definitely the opposite, because there's going to be challenges. There's going to be pitfalls. There's going to be ups and downs, highs and lows. There are going to be lessons to be learned. And I love what my co-wife said. She said, those L's and turn them into lessons, because that's what it is. You use them as stepping stones, work on yourself harder than you work on anything else. And when you're doing that, your marriage is going to thrive. It will survive and is going to be better than surviving if you guys are working at it together, and that's the thing, because first and foremost, your marriage, you're married to your husband. I don't care if you're in polygyny, you're married to your husband. When you're able to make that marriage work and you're able to make that relationship work and make that relationship fulfilling, then all the other things will start to fall into place because you're confident in that part. Yeah. And that's the foundation of it.
That part.
And
just listen, y'all. You don't have to do anything, but you also don't have to have success in polygyny. We're here to tell you. But if you've made it this far, please head over to IG and comment.
GTG, you want some gratification through growth? Make sure you do that.
Yes, and sometimes you just feel overwhelmed and you really need guidance. And if you want to connect with Coach Nyla, please comment GTG over on IG. And our IG, you'll see in the description box below, is Outstanding Relationships, because the other was too long. But it's And if you're committed to positive change and not just intrigued by chance, make sure you comment the word heal to connect with me so you can check out my Nourishment Fulfillment program as well, because who doesn't want to be fulfilled? Okay. So with that, we're going to leave you with some GLC. So make sure you are
growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day.
See you in the next one.
Assalamualaikum. Peace.